So now that we renamed everything in our equipment component to clean names, what I want to do is remove all of this stuff in begin play from our player pawn. And basically it's going to be replaced with a preset inside the equipment component that is going to, well, one, do it the proper way because we won't have to be fixing it with delays to get it to work on the client, without crashing. So to begin, let's go ahead and disconnect begin play just to make sure we don't actually, use it, and we can close the editor. So the only thing we need open is the equipment component and the player pawn. Now, basically, what's going to happen is in the player pawn, we have onRep player state and possessed by. What I'm going to do is in the onRep player state, if we are locally controlled, I'm going to make a server RPC to tell the server, hey, my ability system is ready. Once the server receives it, it's going to go to the equipment component and basically set up the preset. And likewise, in possessed by, because we are a listen server, we're going to do the exact same thing regarding the equipment component. So what we want is first off a U property in the equipment component. And this one here is going to be for the actual actor class that will be used for adding to our equipment. So we're going to do edit defaults only, blueprint read only, and category will just be equipment component. So in this case, we're going to use a T subclass of. So actually, I'm a little bit torn. So pretty much, we're only going to be using a C++ actor in this case, specifically the firearm class, which is, we don't need to use a soft point or anything because we're not using a blueprint class with hard references and all that stuff. It doesn't really matter. However, given that we have done soft pointers kind of everywhere else, and it offers that up as an ability to do so, yeah, let's go ahead and just make it a soft pointer. So T soft class pointer. And this will be let's do a class of A actor, and let's call this one the preset. Now let's do let's call it the starting equipped actor. Yeah, I think that's a good enough name. Now let's make another U property. It's going to be a T object pointer to a U primary data asset. And this is going to be the starting equipped actor definition. So once we have this, we can go ahead and make a function that, well, sets this up. So void, let's do construct, or let's do setup starting equipment. And make the definition. So I only want to do this on the server. So if has authority, and I actually want to wrap this in authority checks as well, but I'm not too concerned. So if we have authority, what we want to do is take the soft pointer here, the starting equipment actor, and try to load it. So we need to get access to the streamable manager. So I'm trying to remember. I think it's off the asset manager. So U asset manager get streamable manager. And from here, okay, there we go. Now it actually picked up with what it was doing. So I think that included some stuff or not. Oh, well, if it wasn't already, it did include the engine asset manager.h. I don't know if that was already done by us or not, but we have the streamable manager and we want to load. All right, maybe it's not load. Is it? We want to request async load. And this is going to be, sorry, it's been quite a while since I've actually used this. So it takes in a T soft object path. So we want the starting equipped actor. And we want to grab the soft, or convert it to a soft object path. Then we want the delegate to call. So F streamable delegate. We want to create a new one. and we want to we're going to use a bind weak lambda. So this is the user object. Then we're going to do this again as the functor. No parameters needed that I can think of. Okay, maybe it does have some parameters, so let's check the streamable delegate. Okay, no parameters, so I stand corrected. So we do have the callback. So let's see. Let me see what I'm messing up on. That is the wrong key. Okay, so it's the same thing that I've done before. I keep calling bind weak lambda. I need to do create weak lambda instead. So there we go. So basically, once the starting equipped actor has been loaded into memory, we now have access to it. So what we can do is simply do a spawn actor. So if a actor, let's call it spawned actor, keep it simple, equals get world, spawn actor, a actor using the starting equipped actor. So we need to go do a dot get. Keep pressing the wrong key. So let's actually rename this because it's technically not an actor, it's a class. So starting equipped actor class, and that's what we're going to use. So there we go. So we now have access to the spawned actor. So in order to construct it from data, we want to use the SKG actor construction interface, which we're going to kind of use across the board for this. Now in our skg zombies.build.cs, because it is in the skg attachment module, we need to add that as a dependency. So skg attachment, like so. So now what we can do is if I skg actor construction interface, so let's include that right here. Let's go ahead and call it actor construction interface equals cast I skg actor construction interface from the spawned actor. We can call actor construction interface set construction data asset and just simply pass in the starting equipped actor definition, like so. And that'll take care of it. So let's go ahead and compile just to make sure that we can build, and we should be good to go. Okay, once we've done that, now we want to actually call setup starting equipment. Well, actually, we want to do another test first. So we don't even want to do any of this if the starting equipped actor class is just not valid. So if has authority and starting equipped actor class is actually, is valid. So is valid. Okay, that points to a live view object. We don't want that. So we're just going to do a normal test. Then we are good to go. So in this case as well, we only want to do this part if we actually give it a definition. So if the starting equipped actor definition, then we cast it to the construction interface and set it like so. So now we are good to go in here, and we can make our way back to the pawn. So as I mentioned, in on-rep player state, if we are locally controlled, I want to make a server RPC call to let the server know that I am ready. So let's make that RPC down here. So U function, let's do server and reliable. So we'll do void server underscore client ready and do void server underscore client ready underscore implementation. So we can make the implementation, and I'm going to move it to be right above the on-rep player state. And inside of the server client ready, we just want to grab the equipment component and call the setup starting equipment. Then in on-rep player state, if we are locally controlled, so is locally controlled, we want to call server underscore client ready. And in the possessed by, which runs on the server, meaning our ability system is good to go here, we also are going to want to do the same thing and just call server underscore client ready underscore implementation. So this part here skips the RPC and all that kind of stuff and that checking and just goes right into the actual function here. So now that we have that, let's go ahead, compile, relaunch, and we should basically have our preset set up and working. Okay, once we are back in the editor, reopen the pawn, make sure begin play is disconnected, and go to the equipment component. So starting equipment actor class, we're going to do firearm. And for the starting equipped actor definition, let's do the DA 1911. So let's first off press play as a listen server. And currently, oh yeah, that's right, we never actually equipped the firearm, did we? So if we go in the outliner, yeah, here's the 1911 at world origin. Nailed it. All right, so let's go to setup starting equipment. And once we have everything spawned and set up, if need be, we want to go ahead and call add actor to equipment and pass in the spawned actor. Likewise, we want to go ahead and set actor as equipped because this is the initial, actor we want to equip. So set actor as equipped, and again, pass in spawn actor or spawned actor. So now let's go ahead and run our live coding to rebuild, and we should be good to go. So let's press play, and there we go. We immediately have our 1911. So now let's go as a client, press play. Okay, so same thing. We kind of did an equip and then a unequip, so to speak, it looked like. It's kind of hard to tell. But we again have our 1911. So now just out of curiosity, try 2 clients and just make sure everything seems fine. And it does seem to be. So, however, I did notice we did not have slide lock. So I'm kind of curious about that. So we're missing the slide lock. So let's try as a standalone again. And we get slide lock on the server, but not on that last shot. So we do seem to be missing some kind of logic, but that'll just have to be kind of dealt with in a future video. So I just wanted to go ahead and get this starting equipment up and going. And again, because we are using soft pointers for everything, we're not really having any additional stuff being added. The main part is just going to be the actual mannequin because of all the textures that are involved with it. So that is going to be all for this video, and I will see you in the next one. If you like what I'm doing and you want to help support me, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description below, where you can get early access to this entire series.